What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Does TV. So, as you guys can see, we're going to talk about today Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 8. This might be a long video because we had a lot of conversations happening, and I felt like there was a lot that needed to be unpacked. That being said, I'm going to just start out with this. This is a bunch of bull crap on this show. I had to watch this show twice in order for me to actually engage my brain enough to formulate what is happening here, right? Every time I turn on this show, I hope that I'm going to get something different from the prior week. I'm looking for something good, something compelling, believable, I want to say, but it never happens. It's never gonna change. This is a cross that they choosing to end it on. I just feel like it's you playing in our faces and you wasting our time with this foolishness that you think that people are believing with these scripts, these storylines. Nobody's falling for the okie doke. Nobody's falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I wish y'all pivot, but y'all not. Y'all just gonna stick to it and y'all gonna go with it. All right, so let's go. So it starts off with Mel still having a conversation with Marceau about the text messages. Marceau said he prayed for all the parties, and Mel was just like, if you was really concerned about me or the situation, you should have just sent me a message checking on me. And Marceau says he knew she wouldn't answer or leave him on red. And I'm just like, this is a deflection from you actually taking responsibility of the crap that we seen in that text message. Like, are you stupid? This is why I said they keep playing with us. So then he said he doesn't feel comfortable texting her. So she says, well, why didn't you tell your wife to text me? And then he pivots again. You don't feel comfortable texting this lady that you've known. This is 8 seasons now. You don't feel comfortable texting her, but you text and answer and respond and talk to a reporter, a total stranger. But you don't feel comfortable texting her? Okay, please, spare me. Spare me. So Mel says, like I said, you should have had a teacher send me a text. And he said by this time they heard the information and it was already 2 years old. But a few episodes ago, Tisha told Mel that she didn't know what happened. And you also said you didn't know what happened. Now, all of a sudden, you heard and the information was 2 years old and you didn't know what to do. So everybody plays dumb and nobody knows anything. But behind the scenes in the confessionals and everything else, everybody knows everything. Which one is it? What are we to believe? I don't believe anything y'all say. Nothing. That was just more deflection. And this right now, it feels like a joke to me. Like, this is a joke. Because then he starts down the road of, well, this is the person you chose. And she's like, well, you knew him before me. And I'm like, this is a whole joke. To him, to them. They think this situation is funny. And it's not. It's not. So Mel says moving forward, she would like, for them to, she would like for them to give the same courtesies that she gives to other people when they ask her about them to her. She wants them to extend the same courtesies. She don't talk about them. She says she don't know. Why can't they do the same? He proceeds to say that he doesn't jump in other people's business. And I'm just like, huh? Sir, you always have something to say about somebody, about everything. Y'all all know about one another. You always have something to say about everything. So you're going to sit here and have us believe that you don't jump in people's business? The lies. The lies. The lies. The lies. As the lies turn, that's what I'm going to start. Lies and deception. That's what I'm going to keep naming this daggone show. So then they go down the road, the whole fan conversation, melometers, and how he says they're brainless zombies. And I'm just like, what are you and your wife? He wants Mel to control his fans for their liking. But yet they don't control anybody in their circle. Because he believes that the melometers will listen to Mel, that they listen to Mel. First of all, these are grown women, grown people, because I don't know, it could be men and women. These are grown people who have their own minds and can decipher information, how it's disseminated. Whether it's y'all personal life or the life that y'all play on the show, people can read between the lines and they understand what's happening and what's going on. So what we formulate people could formulate their own opinions and come up to their own conclusions, just like I'm doing for this review. So you have got to be kidding me. But we're gonna push on. So now let's say that's true, that she can control them and that they will listen to her. What's gonna happen next? Y'all still gonna get on the internet and bash her and talk disgusting about her and say crazy things about them, and y'all still gonna uphold and uplift Martell. So what's gonna happen? How's that work? Y'all expect that all 6 of y'all or 7 of y'all, however many of y'all is, gang up on this one lady, and she don't have nobody to really defend her. She's out there by herself fighting for her life on her own, and then when people rally behind her, y'all get upset? The math ain't mathin', sir. The math ain't mathin'. You probably just wish that your fans were as devoted to you as they are to her. And you're mad. But it is what it is, child. What it is. What happens then? Just tell me. Help me out. Another point. The fans have been asking him and her, both of them, to control Wanda for years. Years. Wanda had got on the internet, talked about her, talked about her kids, talked about her divorce, talked about her brother, talked about her mother, like all kind of stuff Wanda has been getting online saying about this lady. And y'all, her fans have been calling for y'all to control Wanda for years. And nobody reeled her in. Nobody wrangled her. But yet you expect her to do the opposite now that people are starting to retaliate against y'all. Y'all a whole joke to me. Like, this whole entourage is a joke to me. They also been asking Stormi to control her mother, Miss Betty, because she's been saying crazy stuff about Mel. And now that people are actually getting back at y'all for her, y'all don't like it. Nothing's been done in either regard. But y'all expect her to reel people in, and y'all have done nothing for years. Okay. And then Mel makes the same point about Wanda. And then he starts to stutter. Searching for a lie to tell. Just searching for a lie to tell. You know, something to pivot to get him away from his accountability of this situation. And then Mel says, it's a double standard, which it is a double standard. How y'all expect her to wrangle people in, but y'all don't want to wrangle your own people in? Aggravating. It's aggravating. So he says Mel, because Mel gets up and walks away after that because the conversation is clearly done, which I don't even know why she stayed she stayed too long for me. But so she gets up and starts walking out. He says she's running away from the truth. And she knows about, how her fans are, whatever. He says Mel's supposed to be aware of, so I'm saying Mel is supposed to be aware of what's going on with her melometers and her fans all the time, right? But Tisha knows nothing about anything at all the time. And you know nothing about anything at all the time. But she's supposed to know everything. All the time. Okay. They get to play dumb all the time. Everybody in the cast. But she's supposed to be all-knowing. All the time. And they get to play dumb without any accountability. Everything is just glossed over for them. And I'm just like, really? Like, really? He also says that she likes what they do. Like, she likes what the melometers do. And I'm just like, we could say the same thing about you and Wanda. Because y'all didn't reel her in either. Or Miss Betty. That y'all like what she do too. Y'all like when she talk about Mel's kids. So we could say the same thing. So that point was moot. Because it applies to you as well. And Tisha. If not you, then Tisha. So what are you trying to say? We see Stormi and Destiny meet up. Stormi says Destiny's her girl. And I'm just like, since when? She says she wants to be transparent with Destiny all of a sudden. And I'm just like, when did y'all become cool? Overnight? Just yesterday? Okay, girl. Okay. I feel like this whole conversation was a joke between Destiny and Stormi. Because I was just sitting there like, y'all don't even seem genuine towards one another. Destiny wasn't really saying much. It was really like Stormi narrating this contrived story or whatever. And I'm just like, this doesn't even seem genuine, like a genuine friendship. Y'all came together to film this scene so that it could be on the show. That's what it felt like to me. But y'all like it, I love it. Y'all like it, I love it. Carlos thinks we love it. Yup. Yeah. No. Stormi tells Destiny that she's moving her warehouse and that she's going to take all the blessings that's coming her way. Which you should. If blessings are coming your way, I embrace them. But it's crazy how she proceeds to say that she's also moving because the warehouse is connected to trauma. So which one is it? Either it's a blessing because your business is thriving, or it's connected to trauma. Which one is it? If it's connected to trauma, then your business is not thriving, and that's not a blessing. So which one is it? It can't be both. Two things can't be possible at the same time. Two things can be possible at the same time, but not those contradictions. They're too far at either end of the spectrum. It's not convincing me enough. You're not. So then she proceeds to say that a blogger stalker showed up and it affected her badly. So I did some digging because I didn't initially know what she was talking about. So I had to get informed, right? Now, I just started TikTok maybe last year, right? Last year, I started TikTok. And Stormi was popping up on my TikTok. So I was watching a lot of her videos on my TikTok and stuff, right? But then one crazy day I go on TikTok and I see her going off on somebody and she was crying. And it was about like some lady who showed up at her place of business. Now, initially, I was like, oh, it's this crazy person who don't like her, blah, 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 not really understanding fully what was happening. So then I find out that it's a YouTuber by the name of Miss Black Titanic who showed up at her warehouse. Stormi and Courtney proceeded to curse her out, talking about they're going to get a pum-pum on her, whatever the case may be. They're going to beat her up. They're going to da-da-da-da. And then I come to find out that this lady is in her 70s. Like, she's an elder. And she said she was coming to Stormi's warehouse to bring her like $12,000 in orders. Stormi didn't even let her speak. She just came out and started like cursing at her, because apparently I think she was following her or listening to her blogs and stuff, listening to her YouTube page, whatever, and she was not saying great things about Stormi, blah, blah, blah. So she had already knew who this lady was, and this lady is an elderly lady. So she said she had $12,000 in orders for the body butters for Stormi, because a lot of the elderly people that she know wanted to order the body butters, and they don't really know how to use the computer and the internet. Now, I'm inclined to believe this story because my mom was the same way. My mom wasn't computer savvy either, so she would call me, my sister, my brother, like all of us over to help her navigate the computer and order stuff for her, like all the time. And so I believe that story is plausible, right? But to play the devil's advocate, which you guys know, I'm always playing devil's advocate here. If I was a business owner and somebody who was talking crazy about me online, crazy, but I'm not sure because I've never listened to any of those videos. But if somebody was talking crazy about me online, I would feel some kind of way too. If you show up to my business, my business, that's my establishment. So I would feel some kind of way too. But that being said, why wait to play this out now? That happened, in my recollection, over a year ago. Like, why wait to play this out now on the show? And the only reason that I could think of is because I don't understand why you linked it to I don't understand why you linked that situation to the reason why you moved out your warehouse. But the only reason I can think of that it falls in line with the narrative that the cast is trying to portray and spin on Melody, that Melody is a bad person, that her followers are crazy, and to to give you a storyline for this season. That's the only reason I can think of, because this happened so long ago when that situation happened, like over a year ago. So I'm confused that why is this a topic now on this season? So let's push on. They start to discuss Mel. Destiny and Stormi start to discuss Mel, right? Stormi says that the situation with Mel is dead in the waters, and Stormi says she wished that the situation with her and Mel could be dead in the waters too. Mel, she's not your friend, and I wish you stopped filming with her because it doesn't make sense for y'all to be phony. And it really seemed phony and fake on Stormi's part, because if you seen all the faces that she was making while she was sitting there talking to Destiny, she really don't like Mel. Like, really don't like her. She's not Mel's friend. They discussed the podcast, and she said it was good energy between her and Mel. And Destiny was like, was it real energy? And I'm just like, and Stormi said she would hope so. And I'm just like, but it seemed not good on it. It seems like when you get in front of Mel, you one way, and you try to tiptoe around things, and you try to act like you her friend to convince her enough to stay in your orbit. But then sitting here with this conversation with Destiny, as y'all just having, talking and stuff, all of those faces, the way you was contorting your face, it felt like it was painful for you to have have a conversation about her and talk about her. So you really don't like her. So just stop being around her. It doesn't seem convincing to me at all. It seems fake on Stormi's part. It's definitely fake on Destiny's part, because she was sitting up there rolling her eyes and looking like a sourpuss too. And I'm just like, you broads, y'all, just weird women. So Destiny says that everything for Mel has to be black and white, and Mel could play in the gray area only. How, Destiny? How? Ever since season 1, since the first season, Mel's life has been played out on this show. She's been transparent as could be on the show. She spoke about things, addressed things ever since season 1. This is coming from somebody who tells us nothing about herself, right? You sit here and say somebody else has got to be black and white and they play in the gray area. But what area do you play in? If you don't play in the gray area, would you play in the blue area? Because you definitely don't play in the black and white area, ma'am. So it's like the pot calling the kettle black. And I wish y'all just listen to yourself and see how stupid y'all sound when y'all say things and project on other people when it's actually you. It's actually you, ma'am. It's you. Like, what? We 8 seasons in. We 8 seasons in, and we don't even know where Destiny lives this season. We don't even see her house. We never see her filming at home. We always see her out and about roaming the streets like she homeless. Showing up to people, meeting people, out to eat, things like that. We never see her in her home. And she's in the gray area. We don't know anything about Destiny. We don't know anything about the barrack. We don't know anything about what happened with her arrest. We don't know anything about Destiny at all. And she's in the gray area? Child. So then Stormi proceeds to say that she had to speak to Mel and talk to Mel, you know, to get a feel of where she's at with Martell, because ever since the divorce, she see them together a lot. And I'm just like, when? See, I was about to call out her name. I had to catch myself. I was just like, when? When have you really seen them together? Girl, you're crazy. You're crazy. What? She see them together all the time ever since the divorce. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. And it makes no sense. Because you can't sit here and say that you wanted to check her temperature to see how it was, but yet you see them together all the time. So why would you think that it was a problem if he came and she came, if you see them together all the time? That makes no sense. Stormi says if you don't come to her show with love, then you can stay your butt home. And I'm just like, so what are you trying to imply? That Mel wasn't gonna come with love? Mel told you she wasn't coming because he was coming. She said those words, those exact words. She said that. Oh, well, he's coming, then anywhere he is, I'm not going to be. She said it to your face. She didn't say it behind your back. She said it to your face. So for you to sit there and say you don't think that she's coming, and then say, if you don't want to come, if you're not coming with love, don't come. What are you trying to imply? That she's the problem? That's what you're trying to tell us? That she's the problem. She's the one with all the issues. Okay. You don't want somebody to come there with love, but yet you invite Sunni, and Moses. You don't want you want people to come there with love, but yet you invite Martell. Okay, girl. Okay. This is a joke. It's a joke. These fools are clowns. And they all got egg on their face. Destiny says she doesn't feel anything about the Sunni and Moses situation anymore. She's trying to grow. But she clocked the fact that he didn't wear his wedding band. You can't make this stuff up, child. You cannot make this stuff up. You can't make it up. We get to Tisha and Marceau. So Tisha and Marceau... Marceau said that Mel gathered him. And you could tell that Tisha was jealous and she was mad because Mel was able to do something that she can never do, which is gather her husband. Never. Because she's a yes girl. She's a yes girl. And you could clearly tell that she was jealous and mad by that stupid look on her face and that stupid laugh. She said she doesn't understand why Mel would be mad at such a simple statement as that he made. But you're the one that got upset because about a fan that said mentee-mentor relationship. That wasn't a simple statement. That wasn't stupid. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They don't listen to what they say. They think that we're stupid and we're supposed to just blindly follow their dumb. I'm trying not to curse. Y'all can tell? I'm trying not to curse. We're supposed to blindly listen to what y'all say out y'all mouth. And y'all are all walking contradictions. Tisha said she asked Wanda specifically not to talk about Mel, and because of, and do we want her to activate Wanda? But clearly, that's exactly what you did. Because recently, Wanda's back to her old tactics. And she's back to attacking Mel and everything that comes out of Mel's mouth. So clearly you told her something. Because for the last 2 weeks, all up and down my timeline, that's all I see is Wanda going back and forth with content creators, Wanda going back and forth, dissecting what Mel is saying in her lives, mudless. Child. I gotta woo-saw out of this. Yeah, so you clearly said something. You went and activated Wanda. That's why y'all getting the backlash that y'all gonna get. That's why the show is happening. That's why the things with the show is happening the way it's happening. Cause Carlos ain't reeling y'all in, child. It's okay. You sound stupid, Tisha. You sound super stupid. Tisha says that Mel is deflecting about Wanda and that she's not taking accountability for her fans. And I'm just like, you sound stupid. And Marceau is making you look stupid once again because he's putting it all on you and he's making you be the mouthpiece for his topics and how y'all feel. But you sound and look stupid. And you college educated. This is what's perplexing to me. You can't have your own thought process. Regardless of how you feel about somebody, whether you like them or dislike them, you don't have to continually try to create this negative narrative about them that is not true because you don't like them. You could just like them and not stay away from them. You could just like them and not speak about them. You could just like them and don't give a crap about them. Like I said, you could separate business from personal. It is what it is. So we see Stormi at the gala. She's talking to Ken and Tish, trying to give them direction. The gala decorations was really nice. I really liked the way she kind of like made it up. Moses and Sunni show up. Nell and Chris show up. Nell and Sunni have this conversation. Is every outfit in Nell's closet made of glitter? I'm just asking for a friend. Because every time you see her, she in some type of glitter color outfit. If it's black glitter, green glitter, red glitter, blue glitter, gold glitter, silver glitter, it's glitter. I'm asking for a friend, child. I'm asking for a friend. Sunni finally admits that she did meet Moses when Destiny and him were together at Destiny's birthday. And I'm just like, girl, we already knew that. We were just waiting for you to come clean about it. Because there's no way that you can be this lady's producer and not meet her significant other. Not significant other, but her partner. We were just waiting for you to come out and say it. Because we already knew it. Stormi says she doesn't get vengeance from Destiny. And I'm just like, what? Vengeful. Not vengeance, but vengeful. She doesn't get vengeful from Destiny's character. And I'm just like, do you even know her that well to make that kind of a statement? I don't think so. I don't think you know her that well to even make that kind of a statement or assessment. But it's crazy how all of these cast members are complete angels, except for Mel, in their eyes, right? Martell, Maurice, Marceau, Destiny, and hell, Carlos, all angels, but Melanie is the bad guy. It takes a whole cast to try to take down this lady, and it's really perplexing to me. Child, it's really perplexing to me that y'all putting all of y'all might and y'all energy to really take this lady down. And we all see it. And I just want all of y'all to know that we know that's what y'all trying to do. What y'all think is going to happen if y'all get her off the show? What y'all think going to happen to the show? Y'all think y'all going to be able to carry the show? Drop that in the comments and let me know if y'all think they're going to be able to carry the show if Mel gets off the show. My answer is no. My answer is no. So Destiny comes in and Sunni asks to have a conversation with her. So I'm going to speed this up because at this point I was getting thoroughly annoyed with this episode and this conversation. Destiny says when Sunni came up to her and asked her to talk to her, she wanted to slap her in the face. And I'm just like, but I thought you didn't feel anything about their situation. I thought you was in therapy and you was trying to grow. Girl, you need to get a new therapist. or life coach or whatever, because it's not helping you. It's not helping you. And this scene proved it. So Sunni said she reached out to Destiny. Destiny said she didn't have anything to say. Sunni said, but you went to the podcast. Why not talk to me? Destiny said she's a public figure. And I'm just like, where? Are you sure? You serious? Okay. And then Sunni said, you're not a public figure. I agree. And Destiny says, why not talk about my public life? But we don't hear you talk about anything in your life publicly. We don't hear you talk about your ex-husband. We don't talk about your arrest. You don't talk about your son. Like nothing. You don't hear nothing. But you could sit here and come on this show and talk about this situation and then call yourself a public figure. Girl, you're a joke. You're a joke. Like joke. Destiny says she doesn't want to have a real conversation and that they were still together in July and August. And I'm just like, you're acting like a 5-year-old. 5-year-old. Y'all could just sit there and have a civil conversation if you had grown and you were, what is there to talk about? Like, girl, I think you foul that y'all got into a relationship and that's how I feel. And I mean, I wish y'all all the best and let's move on. That's how the conversation would have went. The conversation could only took 2 minutes. And that's all you had to say. And then you could have smoothed it over. But you want to drag this out the whole season because this is your storyline. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here for it. She then called Sunni a side chick. And she said that the situation is foul. And I'm just like, now y'all just taking pot shots back at each other because she called you a side chick. So now you feel like you're going to call her a side chick and y'all just going to go back and forth. And I'm just like, this is stupid. So Destiny says you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. She didn't say that, but she did say you won and you won a stupid prize. And I'm just like, but that's what she meant. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, and I'm just like, we'll see it play out. So we'll see. And the real issue is the fact that she won. Sunni was able to achieve something that Destiny had been trying to achieve for 15 years with Moses. That's why Destiny's mad. Because Sunni really won. She was able to get what she could. Sunni was able to get what she couldn't in months. What Destiny couldn't achieve in 15 years. Okay? So Destiny meets up with Martell, and he's encouraging her foolery. Talking about, oh, you got to smack a chick. Now I see why they friends. You know what I'm saying? Now I see why they're such good friends. Equally messy. Birds of a feather flock together, child. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay? Destiny said that they're a match made in hell, and she hopes them happiness. And I'm just like, girl, you're lying. But it is what it is. So Ken and Latrice perform, and Martell looks stupid. I don't care. And then we cut to Stormi and Courtney at their house. Courtney said that 2 officers were looking for Stormi. But the way he said it was so calm and casual, with no expression, no concern, no nothing. If my husband comes in this house, knowing the life that I live, if my husband comes into this house and says 2 officers was looking for me, knowing that I'm not a criminal, like I don't live that kind of life, like none of that stuff, I would be in shock. And you would be able to see it on my face. I would be shaking. I would be like, oh my gosh, what? Why? What happened? Why are they looking for me? Like, this is, what? That's how I would be. But I'm just being honest. And that's just me. But he was so calm and cavalier about it. I was just like, is this contrived? Is this made up? Did they reenact this scene for the cameras, for the season, for the storyline? Because he was way too calm for me, and so was she. Even the friend was asking more questions than she was. The girl who was there was asking more questions than she was. And then I had a question too. I was like, if two police show up at a warehouse, why would you get all the way home and then say 2 police showed up at a warehouse looking for you? Why not call her on the way from the warehouse, or call her while you're at the warehouse? Y'all gotta think better than this. Because if I'm at my warehouse where I conduct business and 2 police officers show up for my husband, I'm calling him at the warehouse. Yo, 2 cops showed up here looking for you. What is that about? I'm not gonna show up in my house calmly and have this conversation like, 2 cops came up to the warehouse looking for you. With no expression on my face, like nothing. And they really believe that they really think that we're supposed to believe this foolishness. They really think that we're supposed to believe this foolishness. I said, this is a reenactment for a storyline, child. He was way too calm for me. They said, so we found out she has 2 warrants, one for harassing communication and disorderly conduct, because she cursed the old lady out and blah, 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 whatever. So Stormi calls her lawyer, and I put it quotes call because that was too fast. You literally just walked away and it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then turned back around. Because whatever. And says that it's the blogger. It's for the situation that happened with the blogger, and then she starts to fake cry. Not a tear dropped out of her eye. And that was like 2 seconds. She did like this, like 2 seconds. Like, your acting is terrible. Just like when you brought Martell and Letitia to your house. The acting is terrible. It's terrible. We can see through it. Courtney just gets up and grabs her and tries to hug her, talking about, oh, it's all going to be all right. Stormi makes excuses for Martell when he didn't perform on her show, talking about he had stage fright. And I'm just like, girl, bye. You're weird. The more and more I watch this season, the more and more I start to dislike you. Okay? The more and more, because initially when I first, like I said, got on TikTok, I was loving your videos, I was loving your vibe, I was liking you. And the more and more I watch this season play out and see how your real character is starting to reveal itself, I'm starting not to like you. I feel like this is fake. The whole situation between them is fake, and it's contrived, and it's made up. I just feel like it was dumb. Anyway, that's my spiel. I know this video is long. I thank you guys for sticking around for me. I had a lot of grievances to get off my chest this episode. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.